Washington Commanders owner Dan Synder recently announced that he hired Bank of America to explore a potential sale of the Washington Commanders. This comes after many months and years of multiple different allegations and controversial situations revolving Dan Synder. The Washington Commanders are currently valued at $5.6 billion. If sold, it would be the U.S. record for a sports team being sold. Previous record were the Broncos, which were earlier in 2022 at $4.65 billion. The Commanders are expected to fetch anywhere from $5 to $7 billion if they do go through the process of a sale. In this video, we will look at which parties or individuals may or are interested in potentially bidding and buying the Washington Commanders. First, we're going to start with Byron Allen, who's a media mogul. He previously bid on the Denver Broncos before eventually losing to one of the Waltons. If he were to buy the Washington Commanders, he would be the first black NFL owner. Allen is a media mogul and former TV star who is the owner and CEO of Entertainment Studios. He's worth about $4 to $5 billion, so you'd have to have an investment group put together. But he recently did state that he would put together a package or a bid for the Commanders if they do officially go up for sale. Next would be Ted Lerner, who currently owns the Washington Nationals baseball team. Here he has a working relationship with the D.C. area because of this. Because of this experience, it would be key in making sure the Commanders get a new stadium, and he obviously has enough money or connection to buy the Commanders. Next would be Robert Smith, who's the founder of the private equity firm Vista Equity Partners. He had the backing of Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the NFL, early in the Denver bidding process, eventually dropped out. Robert Smith would also be the first black majority owner if he were to purchase the Broncos. He has a net worth around $8 billion. Does have the capital to buy the franchise. Next would be the Boston Celtics co-owner, Steve Paciuca, who also owns Atalanta, which is a Serie A soccer team in Italy, and is a co-chair of Bain Capital. Steve is considered a dark horse in the bidding, but he does have powerful friends in the NFL. Next would be technology magnate Michael Dell, also known for Dell Computers. His wealth is around $50 billion. He's shown interest in the past be involved in the NFL, and he would obviously check a lot of boxes, not only from a wealth standpoint, but many other. Next would be Larry Ellison, who's the founder of Oracle. Kind of like Dell, he's previously shown an interest in buying an NFL team in the past. He is 78 years old, which is a little on the older side compared to the other prospects. The other issue he does have is he lives in California. The team would be in D.C. That's on the other side of the country. Who knows if that would work, but again, he would be a potential dark horse. Next would be two individuals who were deep in the Denver Broncos bidding this past summer, which are Dodgers owners Mark Walter and Todd Boehly. They also just recently bought Chelsea from the English Premier League earlier this year, and also purchased a minority stake in the Lakers last year. So they definitely have experience in legacy sports brands, which would also be attractive to current NFL owners, as it would be seen that they could potentially maximize the Washington Commanders' potential from a revenue and value standpoint. Next would be Clear Lake Capital, who are also one of Denver Broncos bidders. They bid past $4 billion. They could potentially not only be single bidders, but also partner with other potential owners as well. Next would be co-owners of the Philadelphia 76ers, Josh Harris and David Blitzer. Josh Harris was one of the runner-ups of the Broncos, who's willing to go up to $5 billion. In theory, he would also potentially make a run for the Commanders. Harris also is an owner of the New Jersey Devils, shareholder of the Crystal Palace soccer team in the EPL, and co-founder of Apollo Global Management. David Blitzer would be a potential partner with him, as he has ties with him with the 76ers. He also is a co-owner of the Cleveland Guardians, Real Salt Lake, Crystal Palace, the New Jersey Devils, and multiple other sports teams. So they should definitely be in the mix. Second to last would be Jay-Z. Jay-Z has had previous ownership experience in sports, as he previously was an owner of the Brooklyn Nets. His net worth is only $1.4 billion, while his wife's net worth is $500 million. His wife is obviously Beyonce. More than likely, he would have to partner with another group or another interested party, but he would be on that list. And last but not least, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos. Bezos, in a way, is already involved with the NFL, as the company founded Amazon recently partnered to have the rights to Thursday Night Football on the Amazon Prime streaming service. They also recently announced that in 2023, they will host the first Black Friday game, which could potentially expand to multiple Black Friday games in the future. Bezos also has ties to the Washington area, as he owns the Washington Post. He's also previously mentioned his aspiration for owning an NFL team or being involved in the NFL, as he's worth over $100 billion and one of the richest people in the world. He'd obviously be able to afford the team. That wouldn't be an issue. If the Washington Commanders were to go for sale, not only would the price be interesting, but the league would also look at, can the potential ownership groups partner with the city or surrounding cities to create a new stadium. The current stadium lease that the Commanders have goes through 2027, so there would be ample time to potentially make a stadium within the next 5-ish years. The Commanders are due for an upgrade in their stadium, as their current one is not up to par. So that would be something to have consideration in. What do you guys think of the potential future owners of the Washington Commanders? Do you think there should be any others on this list? Of the individuals on this list, who do you favor? Who don't you favor? Let us know below in the comments. And again, thanks for watching.